Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Lady Nyca, and with a little celebrity gossip. By now, I know you all have heard about the allegations that Richard Pryor Jr. Suggested he was molested by Paul Mooney. Child, let's get into this article. Paul Mooney has canceled at least one appearance in wake of his sexual abuse scandal. A day after Richard Pryor Jr. suggested he was molested by Mooney as a teen, the 78-year-old comedian pulled out of his Wednesday night hosting gig at the Atlanta Comedy Theater. TMZ reported the news just hours after the show was to take place, sharing a photo of a sign posted at the venue. Attention, it said. Paul Mooney is not on the show tonight due to health reasons, the message read. We will transfer purchase to Faison Love or Donnell Rawlings, let office box know. The owner of the comedy club has since confirmed that he is offering full refunds for Wednesday night's show and is also handing out free tickets for upcoming events as a form of compensation. A representative for Mooney told TMZ that the comedian has decided to cancel all his events that were scheduled within the next few weeks. Richard Pryor Jr. has seemingly confirmed the sexual misconduct claims against Paul Mooney, the comedian who is accused of violating him decades ago. The allegations were fueled by a recent published video featuring Rashawn Khan, a former bodyguard of Richard Pryor Sr. Khan claimed Pryor Sr. and Mooney's personal and professional relationship began deteriorating around 1986 because Mooney had effed Richard's son by that time. Khan, who is promoting his forthcoming tell-all book, Everything Wasn't Funny, did not indicate when the purported violation took place. However, Richard Jr. has indicated it happened when he was underage. Whatever happened in my life, he said, it happened when I was young, way before the 80s, Pryor Jr. told TMZ when he was asked about the allegations against Mooney. The cameraman then questioned whether the sexual relationship was consensual, to which Richard Jr. replied, how can any relationship be consensual if I was a teenager? The 58-year-old refused to speak on the claims that his late father had put a $1 million hit on Mooney for the alleged molestation. Mooney's representative has continued to deny the allegation, telling TMZ that Khan's story doesn't add up. The representative highlights the fact that Mooney and Richard Sr. were seen hanging out as late as the 90s, about 20 years after Khan claims their relationship had gone sour. The rep also points out that Richard Jr. never mentioned Mooney by name when he was speaking to TMZ about non-consensual sex. Child. In another article that I found, it's pretty much Paul Mooney denies molesting Richard Pryor's son. Richard Pryor Jr. accused comedian Paul Mooney of molesting him when he was younger. The comedian denied the claims. Richard Pryor's ex-bodyguard, Rashawn Khan, claims that Mooney sexually abused the then teenager in the 70s without directly naming the comic. He also claimed that the late comedian put a $1 million hit on Mooney's head after learning about the allegations. When TMZ caught up with Pryor Jr., he did not touch on the hit, but he did say whatever happened to him when he was younger, before the 80s. He also didn't mention Mooney by name. Mooney's representative has also denied the claims and noted that Mooney and Pryor were friends, as I stated earlier. Look, this is what I'm saying. Unless this can actually be proven, then this is another allegation that could really destroy someone's life. You know, I've oftentimes told you guys this Me Too movement thing is a double-edged sword. One, on the good side, it's allowing people who have been victims of molestation, rape, and things of that nature to have their voices heard. And if any criminal acts could be, come out of it, if the person can be charged, if the statutes of limitation hasn't expired, then I feel like by all means, go forward. And that is a good thing that the Me Too movement supports. What I don't like about the Me Too movement is the fact that people, man or woman, can put an allegation on a person. And I know we live in a country that says that you're innocent until proven guilty, but I have seen this movement cause people to lose income, to have humiliation and embarrassment, only to find out later that that person lied. Now, I'm not going to say that Paul Mooney did this because I wasn't there. I don't know. But if Richard Pryor Jr. is saying that this man did something to him, if he knows for a fact that this man, because if you're a teenager, you remember. Unless it was so traumatic that you lose it's what they call it, burying that memory. If it's that bad, then that's possible. But I really don't think so. And my question today is, what if you find out that this never happened? Now Paul Mooney has to live out the remainder of his days. And keep in mind, this is a 78-year-old man. I know it don't matter because Bill Cosby was older, and you see where he is. But what I'm saying is, this is a 78-year-old man who's still out on the comedy circuits. This is going to affect his bottom line. It already has. He's canceling shows. See, that's the reason why if something is going to be said like that, it needs to be backed up with proof. Because a lot of people are saying you're innocent until proven guilty, but the minute they read something on social media, they believe it full-heartedly. Or you hear it on the YouTube. You don't a bit more know what happened back then between the two of them. And here's the thing. If I was so angry with this man whom I said molested my son, that I would put $1 million bounty on his head, there ain't nowhere in the hell in the 90s we would be able to sit down and hang out. And there's photographic proof that Paul Mooney and Richard Pryor Sr. were hanging out as early as the 90s. So how much of this is real and how much of this is fake? I can't fathom a parent knowing beyond there is no way that, no ifs, ands, or buts around it. I cannot see a parent being able to sit down 20 some odd years later after the fact with a person who they know has harmed their child. Obviously, he loved his child. He was willing to put a bounty on his head if, in fact, any of that ever occurred. And why is this Roshan person running his mouth so many years later? Everybody always trying to look for a come up. And to me, this may very well be what it is. Because if you can't bring no proof to the table that this man actually molested Richard Pryor Jr. when he was a teen in the 70s, if you can't prove it beyond a reasonable doubt, then you need to have a tall glass of you know what and get it quickly on ice. I don't know what to believe about this entire situation, but I do know this. People need to stop. If you don't know what you're talking about, stop trying to destroy someone else's life while trying to, at the same time, uplift your own. I ain't never heard of this dude until now. I'm sure he ain't making the money he once did. And because he did work with such a famous celebrity, he may have stories, but I think he's reaching on this. I can't imagine. So if you know for a fact that this man did something to Richard Pryor, first of all, if Richard Pryor knew that this man did something to his child, why would you put a bounty on his head opposed to going to the police? I would want to see justice for mine. and not street justice. I want the stuff that can make you hurt. I don't want to have to hunt you down and get to you. No. I don't know, y'all. I'm just not. I'm not sold on this story yet. I'm not. And maybe it's because I believe in people having a fair shake to at trying to defend themselves against allegations. This man is clearly saying this ain't never happened. It's affecting his bottom line now because he probably don't want to deal with the media and the mirage of questions that he gonna be bombarded with. And I at 78, you think this is a good feeling to that man to be hearing something like this? Why now? If he did it, then he should be prosecuted for it because it's not right. But do we know that he did this? How trustworthy and what facts do this man, who was a former bodyguard that's writing a tell-all book, what facts do he have to back up these allegations that he's made about this man? Because if he ain't got none, then this ain't nothing but a low-down attempt at trying to destroy this man while elevating himself and making a cute coin. The words say the love of money. I don't know what to believe in this situation. I can't go off a person's word of mouth. Just because you tell me that something is something does not mean that I'm going to necessarily just believe you. I give people a chance, but when it's situations as deep as this, then I feel like you need to be backing them allegations up with some facts. And so far, I haven't heard anything. If you have, feel free to drop it in the comment section below. But I'm sorry, I'm just not gonna buy into this story simply because some former bodyguard is saying it, and because of the fact that Richard Pryor Jr. is not clearly saying for certain this happened to me. He's saying if it did happen, it happened before the 80s. When I was much, much younger. Now, do you know or don't you know? You see what I'm saying? This ain't something this is not a light situation. These are some strong allegations, and it can alter the remainder of this man's career. And unless I, again, can see some proof of what this person is alleging in their soon-to-be-released tell-all book, then I'm not going to buy into it. I don't believe everything I hear. I have to see things for myself. I need to see proof. And it's enough black men being gunned down, mistreated, sent to prison for nothing. If you don't have proof on this man and you can't provide that, then why are you even bringing it up? And to Richard Pryor Jr., if you was molested by this man, open up your mouth and say it, because this dude had already opened up the floodgate. I don't know. People just get on my nerves sometimes. People work on my nerves. I ain't lying. But y'all get down in the panic. I will link this article, both articles, down in the pinned comments so you can go over and read it for yourself. Tomorrow I will have Queen Sugar up for you guys on this channel. And in the meantime, in between time, please remember the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate the video. Ratings get me recognized on the YouTube streets. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this entire Paul Mooney, Richard Pryor Sr., and Richard Pryor Jr., and the damn ex-bodyguard situation. Let me know what you think about it all, honey. And if you have not become a Love Thing today for the free 99, please tap your notification. Please subscribe first, then tap your notification bell button and set it to all so that you will be notified each and every time that I drop a pre-recorded video or go live from this channel. You guys have a great remainder to your, it's Thursday morning now. Have a great remainder to your Thursday, and I'll see you later on today for Queen Sugar. Peace.